right, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to welcome y'all back to episode 7 of the Last of a Dying Breed podcast. Radio Killer in the building. J-Ab in the building.
Yo.
DJ Step 1 in the building.
Step 1 in the building.
Hey, y'all missed it. K-Nice just flipped out. Or J-Ab, that shit was actually like way funny.
No, it's Spike gonna be in the fucking... This nigga makes so much fucking noise.
He's easily irritated, man.
This nigga comes in the house singing, and he sings if he's over my house for like 4 hours, he's gonna sing for 4 hours.
Singing's not noise, though.
The whole time. Nigga, you be making noise.
You gotta realize...
I'm gonna let y'all see some of the outtakes.
Yeah. You know, we're musical people.
I'm gonna let y'all see some of the outtakes.
Yeah, man.
I'm trying to do the intro and shit. This nigga's still over here singing and making jokes and shit.
We was having a good time.
Y'all were having a great fucking time.
I sense a little jealousy, man.
If jealousy for the guy doing all the cameras and all the equipment and everything.
I don't say
jealousy, or is it that I need you to shut the hell up so I can press play?
I've been blessed with the voice of an angel, and sometimes I need to let
let
the people know.
Yeah, man.
Welcome back, everybody. This motherfucker's getting on my fucking nerves today. This is episode 7. Big shout out. So we actually were looking into some statistics. Finally got some statistics outside of SoundCloud for the podcast. And tell them who we got to give love to, Jeremy.
California love.
Hey. They be having that playing at LAX sometimes when you get off the plane. Hey, yo, big shout out to California for real. I don't know who out there is fucking with us or...
What was it, Mountain Valley?
Nah, it's like Menlo Park, San Jose.
Yeah. That's dope, man.
Yeah, that's dope.
Calabasas.
Nah. Okay. Nah. But yeah, no, that's super dope. Like to be able to see, it was like California, Oregon, and Japan for real.
The farthest places away from Ohio.
Yeah, we know we got some Ohio listeners too. It's just not that many of y'all.
Yeah, we actually get more like California listeners than Cleveland listeners. So we don't want to change that. We just want to expand on that. We want to put some Cleveland people, expand the base in California. We just want to go, man. We growing, baby.
Home is where the hatred is.
And then on top of that, for real, for an incentive for you guys to help us spread the word, help us spread the brand. Like right now, we asking people to you could DM us the Low B Podcast on Twitter or on Instagram. Or you could email us directly to Last of a Dying Breed Podcast at gmail.com. Suggestions, anything. You know, if you just want to let us know you one of the people out in Cali listening, definitely let us know. We're going to send y'all some stuff. We got some like stickers and t-shirts coming. We about to be out here InfoWars style for real.
Yeah, we about to be tagging up the whole street.
Fuck that shit. Real nigga shit out
Turn
here.
into Frogs game.
Right. So big shout out to all of our listeners. We said Japan too. Whoever fucking with us in Japan, big shout out to you as well.
Depending on the postage rates, you might just get a nice ass email.
Yeah, because we broke for real.
Yeah, we can't fuck with you in Japan.
The t-shirts will be for anybody that wants to donate $10 or more to the podcast or whatever. Mm-hmm. And pretty much any donations we get is going right back into the channel. Be able to get more SD cards, more cameras, more mics. It's gonna go straight back into the channel.
Shit, travel to where you at.
Yeah,
do a
actually,
podcast
that's
with
another
you.
thing, right? Yeah, we want to
couple live episodes.
Hit the road.
Yep.
Because we know some of our listeners are very, very dope people too, so we want to include them in on the podcast. Just really do a lot of things that you don't really see represented in the podcast arena, like because one of the things that I noticed, and this ain't no knock to any of the other urban podcasts, but most of them are part of like bigger networks.
Yeah,
so they have to watch what they're saying and watch what they're doing. Like, whereas this is one of the only truly urban podcasts.
That's independent urban podcast, bitch.
Yeah, bitch. Yeah,
you fuckers.
Independent out this one. I never really thought about it that way. We are independent, though.
Yeah, we independent.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Fuck a label.
Fuck a label.
Yeah.
Until they come with that check.
Hey.
Chase a check, nigga. Never chase a bitch.
Right.
That was in my best Cali impression.
Is that what that was?
Yeah, that was it.
Phone? Buster?
Yeah.
Mark-ass Buster?
Mark-ass.
What would you do if somebody called you a Mark-ass Buster in 2017?
I'd probably run. Because either A, they got like they like was cryogenically frozen. And they just walk up. Yeah.
Well, they been playing Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, nigga just walk up to you out of nowhere and call
Mark
you
ass. I might be confused for real.
Mark ass Buster.
Especially if he naked, because I didn't see Terminator too many times. Like, what the
How
fuck
do we jump to him being naked?
Right.
Yeah. Man, you gotta remember, like in Terminator, they sent the nigga back. What if I'm like the John Connor of the fucking future, and they send back Thug Man to come fucking get me, and he don't realize that he in 2017, he think it's 1994, and he call me a Mark ass Buster and try to smoke me.
You would be so confused if you called a nigga Mark ass Buster and he just didn't respond the way he was supposed to respond. You know, you supposed to. You call a nigga Mark ass Buster, a certain response you supposed to get from that. Nowadays, nigga just be confused.
What
like, what are you talking about?
A Mark ass Buster. And then when that word was at its popularity, do you think people named Mark were offended?
You know what?
Probably.
Probably. Sometimes.
That would be in 2017. That would be called Mark shaming.
It's just like remember Jake? Remember Jake?
Yeah.
That shit's Jake.
Yeah, like when people will say Jake, if your name was
that's
Jake,
Jake.
when the word Jake was at its height,
Right.
why are you offended for real?
Y'all
Yeah, that's
niggas
fucked
Jake.
up. Nigga, that's Malcolm, nigga.
What you mean that's Malcolm?
Yeah.
Right, nigga, shit. That would be Jake shaming in 2017. You cannot Jake shame no more. It must be hard to be a kid nowadays.
Man, what? You can't do nothing
You
without,
can't do shit. You
without
can't talk
shaming
about,
somebody.
Yeah. You can't call people gay no more.
Nope.
You can't call your friends the F word. I ain't gonna even say it.
Yeah.
You can't. Remember, that was like a term of endearment for real.
Yeah. You funches.
Right. Hey, yo, lot happened in the news this week.
Hold on. You know what? I actually lightweight miss one. I'm sorry. This is gonna offend some people. We actually lightweight need to bring back fat shaming.
Fat shaming, yeah. Fat shaming should come back.
Not hardcore like go kill yourself, but like look.
No,
man.
you fat, my nigga. And I should be able to rank on you.
Yeah.
I would want my niggas to know if I was like
I
tell
should
me,
be able to
hey,
snap on you.
just like,
Yeah.
What if my breath is stinking? Is that breath shaming?
Yeah, I want niggas to be healthy.
Let me know,
like,
nigga.
man, I don't want to cultivate an environment where people.
Where obesity is okay.
Yeah,
that's not okay.
It's really not. Like you have major health problems with obesity, especially in kids and shit.
And y'all be breathing out y'all mouth like fuck for real.
Yeah.
All right, man. Ain't nobody trying to hear that.
Goddamn
And
mouth breathers.
Now you know NBC. Remember fucking Star used to come on? Yeah, that was my fact of the day.
Actually, you know me too. So this ain't no knock against the fat folks, because I got love for the big girls for real.
He does.
It's the nigga who ain't have love for the big girls.
Fat girls need love too, Steph. What's up?
Fat girls be having that kill for real.
Fat girls definitely need love
And
too,
this
man.
is the thing about fat girls.
They just gotta pay.
Fat girls are the best at giving head because they obviously have oral fixations. They like putting shit in their mouth, i.e. food.
You breaking it down, bruh.
So
Okay.
they gonna treat your dick like they would treat a piece of food. And
Without
fat people
chewing it.
cherish food.
Without chewing it, right?
Without chewing it, yeah.
No, I mean I'm not saying like fat shame. I just want people to be healthy. Like period. I just want people to be healthy. Like be comfortable in the skin you in.
Fat shaming should come back.
Yeah,
I'm okay
be
with
comfortable with the skin you in, but like lose some of the weight underneath.
Just
the
be
skin.
healthier for real.
Right.
I know some super thick chicks, but they work out. You know what I'm saying? They
Exactly,
healthy.
yeah.
Like, so, but you know, I like that borderline. My girl always be like, I'm getting fat. I'm like, no, you're not.
It's a thin line.
Wait, baby.
Right. You better
Some
keep
of
that
y'all, you know, done crossed over to the obesity world for real. Still
Yeah,
trying to claim thick.
Yeah.
Man, you need to be claiming
You need to
obesity
lose
for
that
real.
weight.
You know,
You be claiming
need
Timo.
to be claiming obesity.
Yeah.
That's what you need to be claiming. That's not thick.
Fat off.
Before we got on the fat people, y'all some ignorant motherfuckers, by the way.
He brought it up.
What?
A lot happened this week. I ain't bring that shit up. That nigga brought that shit up.
That's what I said.
Oh,
He
yeah.
brought it up. I said he brought it up. Yeah.
Hey, so a lot happened this week. One thing, regrettably, unfortunately, we lost another legend. Age, what was he, 42?
Yeah, 42.
Man, that's crazy.
Prodigy, P Double, Mr. I Break Bread, Ribs, $100 bills.
Nigga couldn't break that
Bill
sickle
on the
cell.
Gotti. You going to hell, nigga. You going to hell.
Illuminati want my mind, soul, and my body.
It's funny. So He was actually the first mention of the Illuminati in hip hop.
Was it?
He was.
Yeah, he was.
That was that bar right there.
That bar right there.
Wow.
The first mention of the Illuminati in hip hop. Now, a lot of people were saying that prior to Prodigy's death, he was making a musical about the Illuminati and all this shit. So a lot of people are like, did he know too much? I don't know that was a reason for his death because his struggles with sickle cell anemia were well documented. But the nigga was into some deep shit.
If you go back and just if you get on YouTube and just type in Prodigy, most of his interviews, like the titles say Illuminati. He was comfortable speaking on that type of stuff for real.
Very, very comfortable.
Yeah.
Big shout out to his commissary cookbook.
I'm not hip.
Commissary, yeah, he got like a cookbook for like the recipes he used to eat healthy while he was in jail and shit like that. For real, nigga showed me how to make a barbecue salmon out of
barbecue salmon.
Out of the pink salmon that come in a can though.
Oh, for real?
Shit look good as fuck for real. He like, yo, this a whole can, this a whole salmon just in the can for real. That shit used to always look nasty when my mother be breaking that shit apart.
Make the salmon croquettes and shit with it.
Yeah, shout out to salmon croquettes for real. That's like the ultimate, like when you were eating salmon croquettes as a kid, you were smashing them bitches, but you didn't know that you were eating them probably because it was like 2 days to payday.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's a poor man's meal for real.
My grandma used to make the salmon croquettes.
Hey,
never crossed my mind.
Never crossed my mind.
Never crossed my mind.
As you sitting there smashing them with the rice and the biscuits.
Definitely with the rice. You had to have the rice, bro.
You had to have the rice, son.
Oh my god, that's my favorite food.
Banger alert.
Hey, banger alert. Shout out to salmon croquettes. That might be like the ultimate poor man's meal for real. Because you can go get a can of salmon for like $1.59.
Be in the sausage.
Hey.
Do they make salmon croquettes anymore?
I mean, they still got them. I don't know if niggas eat them. If you get older, you stop eating them.
That's like my test for like a chick I'm dating for real. Like, can she make salmon croquettes? Like, if she can make salmon croquettes, that means she can make it do what it do in a time of need for real.
Yeah, that's key. Shout out to Irene with the salmon croquettes.
I didn't even know I was in need when I was eating salmon croquettes for real.
I didn't know I was crazy. In need either.
Hey, you know what? You want to know what my father used to say true love is? Frying chicken when you don't feel like it. Nigga, that's some real shit though, for real.
That's a bumper sticker for your ass.
True love is frying chicken when you don't feel like it.
Yeah.
Like, hey, your nigga come in the house, 1 a.m., hungry, and you know what I'm saying, put on your house coat.
Yeah.
Shout out to house coats. Did your mother have a house coat, nigga?
Is that a robe?
Yeah, basically. That's what they call it.
We call it.
We got old school parents.
No, because a house coat ain't really a robe. A house coat was more like, I don't know, it's kind of like smocky, wasn't it, or something?
Different material?
I don't know. I just know that shit was long and dingy.
Yeah, it had to be dingy. That was like it had to be like worn all the way through for real.
I remember telling the girl that I need some.
This is your gift into adulthood.
I remember telling the girl that I need some house shoes, and she had no idea what I was talking about. Like, what are house shoes?
Ooh, did you break up with her?
I mean, it wasn't.
You wear house shoes, don't you?
Hell yeah, I wear house shoes.
Dude, house shoes is comfortable, bro.
Nigga, I don't wear. Well, I got Gucci flip flops, but I always trip over them bitches when I'm coming down the stairs. Like that's as close to house shoes as I get. But y'all niggas look like them kind of niggas that wear like the loafer type joints with the fur on the inside.
No,
and then you got the back peeled down with your heel off.
I definitely got the back peeled down. I'm not gonna lie, I definitely got the back peeled down.
House shoes, something you slip on, take the trash out right quick. Let me throw these house shoes on right quick.
Yeah. I got some Nike flip flops.
Hey, you can't pick up your feet all the way when you walk around the house in house shoes.
You be moonwalking everywhere.
Right.
Partial like sweepers for real.
Yeah, you be forward moonwalking and back moonwalking.
You definitely attempt to moonwalk a couple times when you got the house shoes on. You definitely.
You have to moonwalk with the house shoes on.
At least once or twice.
Y'all ever put Vaseline on the bottom of y'all shoes?
Bro, what are you talking about?
Actually, I did not do that.
Vaseline?
Yeah, we was making a video one day.
I ain't never even heard of that.
Put that shit on the bottom of the penny loafers.
I used to just put
moonwalk.
Put the church socks on and go across the kitchen floor and just do a little something.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to splinters. Do kids still get splinters in 2017?
I don't know, man.
Do kids go outside?
Splinter shaming.
Splinter shaming. Where are splinters at in 2017?
Yeah.
You know how I knew the very moment I was like, yo, I'm tired of being a bachelor. I'm tired of like running around fucking all these chicks. Mm-hmm. When I had a splinter in the bottom of my foot and I didn't have no chick that I fuck with enough to let get in there with a safety pin for real. That's when I was like, I gotta get a girlfriend.
No, I feel you, because you don't want to fuck around. She's like, safety pin? What am I supposed to do
what
with
I'm
this?
supposed to do with this? Like, if you ain't got a chick that can burn the end of a safety pin and pick your razor bumps or your splinters out,
definitely pick your razor bumps.
She not the one for real.
Yeah, she not the one.
If she don't take joy
Yeah.
And shit like that, like busting bumps on your back. And,
yeah, shit like that.
Yeah, that's not the one for you. That's not the one for real.
Keyword joy.
Like, it has to be, like, my girlfriend, like, I'll be laying in the bed, and, like, I got real hair bump type legs. She'll just be sitting there, like.
She be offering. Let me get that for you.
Be doing it. It's like literally sitting there just, like, picking me for real.
Yeah,
like,
picking at me.
Ooh, look at all them bumps on the back of your head. Let me bust that one right there. It should be, like, sheer joy. Like, her face should light up.
Yeah, like Christmas.
Like Christmas, like, oh, that is a good fucking bump you got on the back of your head for real. I'm going to go turn this light on over here because it's, like, cloudy today. It's like going in and out on the bed.
What about pick your boogers, baby? Let me get that booger for you, baby.
No, that's too much. That's
a little
extreme.
too much.
Yeah,
the booger is too much.
I pick my girl. I pick my girl's boogers.
You just on some freaky shit.
That's not freaky.
No,
I don't pick it. I don't pick it and
finger up my girl's nose.
I don't pick it and put it in my mouth.
I don't know.
Like that.
Stand in the bathroom while they shitting.
Having full-on conversations.
I be trying to get out.
Yeah. Why girls try to act like they don't shit for real?
Yeah.
Like, what's up with that for real? My girl still won't let me be in the bathroom with her when she take a shit. But to come in the bathroom at like it ain't. But I don't really want to smell her.
I was just going to say, like, if you walked in the bathroom and it smelled like just straight eggs and garbage juice, you might look at your girl a little different. Like, what? I don't want my woman smelling like that. I don't want to smell that.
Yeah, even though you know it's natural. Like, I mean, they got a shit, but
eggs and garbage juice coming out your ass ain't natural.
Yeah, because I know when I take a shit, like, man,
we gotta change that
diet. Whole upstairs bathroom.
Yeah, mine's be pretty trill for real.
Yeah.
Like I be having them. We not even talk about.
Yeah,
that's
disgusting.
That's not.
Hey, no, for real. Like, you gotta inspect your shit.
Yeah,
you gotta inspect your shit. Like, you ever had like one of them joints? I call them monsters. Like, you like, yo, how the fuck did that come out of me? That motherfucker like peeking above the water, like a snake trying.
Hold on, wait. That's funny. I got a story about this. True, this is a fucking true story. All right, so I'm DJing in Toledo, right?
That's the worst to have to take a shit with.
Step one,
no, it's actually not me,
stories.
right?
Okay.
Nigga, I'm setting up or whatever. My nigga come up, Brian, he like, yo, y'all niggas gotta go in the bathroom right quick. It's the biggest fucking turd I ever saw in my life, right? So, niggas go in the bathroom, right?
Got to.
Niggas looking, it looked like this nigga shitted like a 2 liter of fucking like Sprite. It was like brown Sprite shape.
Oh my god!
This is how bad
it was liquid.
The shit. No, it was solid.
Solid.
It was just like it was the shape of a fucking 2 liter of Sprite. Nigga, true story. Niggas was going in that bitch like, nigga, you gotta see this shit.
Oh,
that shit was like an exhibit.
God.
Niggas was covering up their nose like, damn. Nigga, if it was Instagram, that shit would have been all over Instagram.
Damn. That's, well, how do we start talking about shit?
Complete side note, another thing that happened that was weird, some niggas was pissing and they was far as fuck back from the Euro. They was by the sink. Like, why the fuck are you pissing so far back, my nigga?
Unacceptable.
Hey, no.
Unacceptable.
Nigga pants is all the way down.
That should be the worst, man. Normally it'd be like older white dudes who just can't hold their shit. And it's always quicker.
Like, why do I see your clenched ass butt cheeks when I walk in the bathroom?
If you gotta piss, it's always quicker to just pull your pants down right quick.
Hey, look, that's some shit you do when you like 5 years old.
Hell yeah.
You used to pee.
You gotta pee bad as fuck.
Oh shit! Hey, shout out to the DJs that fart in the DJ booth and act like they didn't too. Will you be working with another DJ?
That was me. I would be a
yeah, you one of them for real.
I just be like, hey man, I did it.
It's another DJ in Cleveland that be doing that shit. Very popular guy too.
Oh, allegedly.
Allegedly. Nigga light your shit up for real. You walk in the mix booth like, God damn, what the fuck happened here? Anyway, that was our dissertation on shits and farts.
And that came from Prodigy's death.
Right.
But
how do we get there?
By the letter P.
Mobb Deep is a top 5 hip hop group. No disrespect to Prodigy and his family. We fuck with Mobb Deep on the Last of the Dying Breed podcast.
You don't know what it means?
No!
Well,
that's very young!
Right?
My drink! That's why I wear this.
Yo, so we actually do have some topics we got to talk to.
Yes, sir.
Talk about today. One being your boy Stevie Wonder. Now, Stevie Wonder is catching a lot of heat. Stevie Wonder is like crusty old man status. Like get
off my lawn.
Yeah, get off my lawn.
If
Bill
the nigga
Cosby,
can see it.
Pull your pants up. Status for real. This is what he's coming under fire for. He had these words to say.
Because it is in your hands. It is in your hands to do it. It is in your hands to stop all the killing and all the shooting wherever it might be. Because you cannot say Black Lives Matter and then kill yourselves.
All right. So that part right there, you cannot say Black Lives Matter and then kill yourself. All right. That's what he's coming under fire for. Sort of like some of the same things that Bill Cosby has said. He's coming under fire for. Basically, stop acting a monkey and you'll stop getting treated like one. Yeah. Pretty much. In theory. Why do people get so upset when someone comes out, especially a elder statesman like Stevie Wonder, and says, quit the bullshit. Stop killing each other. Why do people get so upset? Step one.
All right, I think, this is what I said about the Stevie thing, or this is my thought process about the Stevie thing. What he's saying is partially right. I think what ends up happening is people from the other side end up using that as a deflection point or use it as ammunition. Again, see, fuck what y'all doing. See what Stevie said? Disregarded anything else that Stevie's done in his life. They use that as kind of like, see, we not wrong. Look what Stevie Wonder doing. And it's like, don't help them use shit against us.
But do you not say something simply because the other side will use it against you? Like, it's the truth of the matter. We were talking about the 48 laws of power, and one of them was cultivate an era of superiority. Basically, people will only treat you how you act. So it's one of those situations where we were talking about it, and I said, I can't control how white people feel about me or how they treat me. But what I can control is how I behave, how I treat my own people. You know what I'm saying? And it sounds cliche and corny, but it's really being the change that you want to see. I don't understand why people get so upset with a Bill Cosby or a Stevie Wonder for simply telling the truth. It's like your old uncle. You know what I'm saying? Your old uncle is telling you, boy, pull up your pants. Or why you got holes in the knees of your pants. When I was coming up, men would never had holes in the knees of their pants. You been on your knees, boy?
I can.
I was praying.
You can't really get mad about that.
Yeah. Pun intended. Pun definitely intended. I can see where Stevie is coming from. Because you can't be out here screaming. I can't be out here saying, don't cheat on your wife, and I'm cheating on my wife.
Yeah.
I can't be out here saying, I can't be out here giving speeches about domestic violence, and I'm at home whooping on my wife because she made spaghetti for the second night in a row. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the bottom line of it.
I can't be doing that.
You can look at all the nuances you want,
right?
But it's simply that black and white.
I put it like this though. I think the thing is, some part of it is the timing of it. So if you talking, I think at that event he was talking about Philando, and it's like, one, Stevie is trying to help.
Right.
So there's other times where that can be brought up.
True.
And there's a proper time. I don't know what the proper time is.
Right.
But when you talking about a situation that happened with an officer and a black male, and then you bring up basically what essentially is black on black crime or whatever, you all of a sudden now, that's what I'm saying, you give people ammo that they don't need and that you shouldn't be doing. True. Because you got to remember, Stevie Wonder just fucking what was it, last year or 2 years ago was talking about fuck the police. Or they killing us again. He screamed out.
Right. You think he paid to say something like that?
Yeah, I think he got paid to say something like that.
No, like what he just said. You know
no, I don't think he got paid. I think he's coming from a genuine place. It's just it was wrong timing. But these conversations do need to happen in the black community.
Yeah, I mean, it always seems like when one of our elders calls us to task or call us out on our bullshit, everybody gets mad at the messenger instead of listening to what the message is truly saying. Like, y'all niggas do gotta stop killing each other for real. Like, the shit's stupid. You really should look at when you see another black man, you really should see your brother. True. You know what I'm saying? Like, it amazes me like how two black men could walk past each other on the street and not acknowledge each other.
Or get like argued.
Yeah, brother nod. Yeah. But I literally will say, how you doing, brother? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, yeah.
Like, because that's what it should be. So I just don't understand why people get so upset.
I think part of the reason is because it's been used so much. So when you think about it, people always talk about black on black crime. And then people will be like, well, you know, it's white on white crime too. It's crime is proximity to neighborhood, which is true. It's just that at certain points in the black community, like I said last week, like the stats is the stats. Like we can argue all we want, but the stats is the stats. We do have a higher murder rate in the black community.
True. And that's what Stevie is talking about.
Yeah. So unless you're talking about solving that, Just don't deflect. Don't deflect back. Like if it's an internal conversation between our community, then we can't keep deflecting back. We have to talk about a proper solve.
Well, and so your thing is that it's mainly systemic. You know what I'm saying?
It's definitely systemic.
Well, yeah, it's systemic. But at what point
does the cycle break?
Do you say?
Because Stevie,
I am no longer going to be a part of this cycle.
Well,
Stevie has lived through a lot of different generations. You know what I'm saying? He's been through about 4, 5, 6, 7 decades. So he's seen a lot. Stevie's seen a lot. He's seen us come, you know what I'm saying, from the civil rights movement where we were kind of having the same movement that we're having now, but niggas weren't killing each other. You know what I'm saying? So imagine if the Asian community, you know what I'm saying, was out here talking about. Imagine if the Asian community was getting shot down in the streets. But then when I go to Chinatown, I see them fighting amongst themselves and shooting each other. That would be my argument. I would say the same thing. Like, well, y'all niggas are shooting yourselves. You know what I'm saying?
I don't give a fuck about each other.
Y'all don't give a fuck about each other. So I get that argument. I think people hate looking in the mirror. Yes. A lot of times. You know what I'm saying? And so that. But if he gave that comment at a Flannel Castile rally or a Flannel Castile event or you know whatever it was, I can see how people. Bad timing. Bad timing. Definitely bad timing.
Right there. Stevie wasn't.
You asked a question. You said, what was the question you asked? I think you said something about it's systemic. So where do you get out of that cycle? The thing is, the fucked up part is, and this is as black people, we're often defined by the most negative aspects of our society, period. So if you think about it, we all know a nigga that broke the cycle, but it's never going to be publicized. We know a nigga that grew up in a fucked up hood or, you know, fucked up situation and just got a regular job, went to college, maybe graduated, maybe he didn't. He worked in at like Stouffer's or some shit like that in a factory taking care of his family. That's how you break the cycle.
I think,
it's other shit too.
It seemed like it's just like especially with these young niggas out here. You know what I'm saying? You talking nah, because that's what's publicized. I don't want to be that guy for real. But it seemed like there is a generation that's lost. You know what I'm saying? Like we missed, you know what I'm saying? Somehow we missed out totally on them. And it is a lot of those youngins that you see like in Chicago, 17, 16, 15. Like I heard a young nigga say, I was talking about going to do a gig. And I was like, yo, I think they wanted to pay me like $250 or something. I'm like, that ain't no money.
Right.
And the young nigga was like, shit, I'll catch a body over $250.
Damn, yeah, that's crazy.
That's a scary fucking thought.
That is ridiculous, man. And he ain't the only one. $250 is a nigga that do it for $150, bro.
It's a nigga that will do it for $150.
It's a nigga that do it for a pair of Jordans.
It's like,
how do you break that?
It's almost like impossible.
I don't think it's impossible. I think, first of all, you got to try to break the poverty cycle. Man, you got to realize something like this. This is something that Knife Wonder was talking about. If you think about, like, hip-hop back in the day, like, hip-hop was our supposed to be our generation's civil rights movement, our representation.
Right.
And what ended up happening is, obviously, it went commercial. That fucked up everything. But if you think about it in terms like this, like, Knife Wonder gave a stat that said, when hip-hop started, like, in the golden era or the golden age, during, like, the 88 to whatever.
Right.
And if you go back and listen to the music, then black enrollment in college went up. Because you had niggas like Public Enemy, you had De La Soul, you had Tribe Called Quest.
I think they said 1998 was when the switch
98 was when the switch happened.
When the switch happened, there was nothing more. It wasn't even allowed anything meaningful to pass through the filter for real. Because prior to that, if you go back and listen to them albums, them niggas was talking some heavy shit in their rap.
Shit, I was listening to Third Base. If you don't know who Third Base is a white hip hop group. From if you ever heard of MC Search or something like that.
I'm not hip.
Go back and listen to Third Base. Go back and listen to the Gas Face song. Okay. And go listen to this is MC Search verse. Let's see. Shit's like filled with fucking knowledge.
There's a great I forget who said this, but when was it 92, 93 when Rodney King got beat. You know what I'm saying? The number one song at that time was Fight the Power. Yeah. So it went hand in hand. Now when Philando Castile gets shot in the street, the number one song is All My Friends Are Dead. You know what I'm saying? So like
which verse did you say?
Search. It started right there. Read that.
Black cat is bad luck. Bad guys wear black. Must have been a white guy who started all that. Make the gas face. For those little white lies, my expression to the mountainous blue eyes. Then form a face and shake my skull cap. Dismiss the myth that evil is not black, but opposite spectrum. This done by a red man. With horns on his head, laid down the ill plan. Got all his helpers, said make it snappy. Tell all the people that their hair can't be nappy. Blind and blue-eyed or dark-skinned half a G. A disease created by leprosy. Don't speak of bleach, bend them to the right. Say it was night, way before the light. Put aside spooks, search leaves a trace. I'll set them correct with the effect of the gas face. I always thought Search was white.
Search is white.
Goddamn.
Search is white. Search is Jewish.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah. to take it even further, right?
Shit.
Niggas is Jewish.
Yeah.
It's just crazy how far we've come. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like if someone said that, I mean, maybe now or that message might get across now because of where we are and the seriousness of where it is now. But I still think that people now they don't want to hear that.
Nah. I will rebut that for one reason. There is one artist that can get that sort of thing through into the mainstream consciousness, and people don't even realize what happened.
Uzi Vert. No, just
Playboy Cardi. Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that, DNA.
It's a great song, man.
It's a fucking awesome song. He's literally spitting knowledge the whole song.
Yep.
My DNA not for imitation. Your DNA an abomination. I see white people dancing to that song like it's the hottest shit ever. And I literally look at him and I be like, yo, he talking about y'all. Y'all know he talking about y'all, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, when he say your DNA, he talking about you.
Yeah, he not talking about.
So he is one of those people that I feel like can get it through the mainstream consciousness. Because my girl's 5-year-old son, tell me something. Your mother can't tell me nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know the words to it. Like, but they don't even know what they saying for real.
But that shit get engraved in you.
Yeah, get ingrained in you for real. Yeah. Like, your DNA is the superior DNA. You know what I'm saying? Like it, but you have to carry yourself that way. Like, they're not gonna tell you the real. I saw some shit that said, I was watching old videos of doctors. I was watching Dr. John Henry Clark, and I came across some racist ass doctor that was saying how the black man's brain is smaller and
some crazy shit,
more inferior, which is a fucking lie.
Garbage.
Because black people have the highest levels of testosterone out of all of the races, which explains our hot-headedness a lot of times for real. But testosterone is directly linked to the development of the cerebral cortex.
Break it down.
So basically, testosterone, especially in developing people, is good for brain power.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So the whole fallacy of us being more brawn than bright.
I mean, that shit got started way back in the day.
Shout out to Jimmy the Greek.
Jimmy the Greek told the truth.
Jimmy the Greek. I don't know. No, I'm not taking that because
wait, what
Jimmy the Greek was the one who basically said, if y'all not familiar, Jimmy the Greek was the one who was like, yeah, the black is the superior athlete because he was bred that way in slave time.
Oh, yeah, that. Oh, right.
But you can't polish a turd. You know what I'm saying? And get a diamond. Like, it's not going to happen. You already had to be dealing with superior genetics to mix them with more superior genetics to get a more superior product.
They were still trying to give themselves some type of credit.
To credit, exactly. That's all it was about.
Yeah, that's why Jimmy Degree got fired.
Yeah, taking the credit for it.
Even you got to realize people was bred, but the reason why they went to Africa in the first place is because they figured one, well, the thought process back in whatever 1600s or something was like that was these people are physically superior, but they don't have the mental capacity. They really thought we was like some fucking animals or some shit like that. Or whatever, and then but they only went to certain parts of Africa, and they would see that. As a matter of fact, do your Googles, look up this dude. His name was Leo. It's a black dude that helped perpetuate some of the ideas of racism. Look up his name was like Leo Giannitis or something like that. I know the first name was Leo. We'll probably put it in the description. Just look him up. He was a Moroccan.
Oh well, that's not. So when we speak about, shout out to my Moroccans out there. But they don't consider themselves black.
That's part of the reason why.
And a few months back, French Montana ran into a situation where he said something about black nappy-headed girls or something like that. And everybody was up in arms. And I'm like, yo, French is a Moroccan. He does not consider himself black. But that makes him a culture vulture. That's a whole nother.
That's a whole nother topic. That's a whole nother topic.
But I actually know some Moroccans. They run a restaurant here. They cool. They'll tell you they're African, but they're not black. So it don't shock me that a Moroccan was put, because they still have problems with dark skinned Moroccans, or dark skinned Africans and the lighter skinned Moroccans and things like that. So
I think our culture is just like we said this last week. Our culture is just not strong enough. So anytime anybody comes in and says black is beautiful, even if they're not black, like Justin Timberlake wears braids. Oh, he black now. He one of us. You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta stop being so accepting of people who are not us and into the culture. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody, the culture's just not strong enough. You know, it's just not strong enough.
It's not strong enough.
It's just not strong enough. Just be letting people in, man. Because soon as that same person comes out and says something else, people are shocked. You're like, yo, but he was never black to begin with.
Never.
You know what I'm saying? Never. So we gotta come together, man. We gotta come together. We gotta stop looking down at our, like you said earlier. We gotta start looking at each other and seeing God in each other for real. Seeing brother in each other for real, man.
So how do you propose that? What's the solution? How do you get that to happen?
Man, honestly,
you gotta get.
I think, unfortunately, I do feel like there is a generation lost, and hopefully those young men mature. But it starts with very, very candid conversations with your children. Like, I feel like the generation of kids that's going to come from our generations raising them, they'll be more, more confident, but emotionally sentient beings, you know what I'm saying? Like, able to look at two sides to all situations. But I feel like they're going to have a deeper love for themselves and their skin than... You know what I'm saying? We had to learn that.
Exactly, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, when I talk, so I got a 15-year-old and a 13-year-old. My 15-year-old is a female. She's a black female girl. So she's going through all of the everything.
Right.
But one thing I will not tolerate from her is cattiness or pettiness toward other females.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because you have to learn to look at these other females as your sisters. Because if a race war break out tomorrow and they start incarcerating black men, it's going to be the black women that save us. Even in the event of a race war, period, I think the dark horse is going to be the black women. You know what I'm saying? It's more of them. It's a lot of them. And they're ferocious. They're warriors. But they have to look at each other as sisters. So I think it really started with the kids. Same thing with my son. He sees how I interact with my brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like guys like y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like my brothers. But he sees how I treat any black man. I treat any black man that I come across, whether it's a bum standing outside food deal,
right?
You know what I'm saying, or it's the CEO of I treat him like my brother. Yo, this is another black man. This is greatness standing in front of me. I know and even if it's not in its final form of greatness, it's greatness that's waiting to be unleashed. You know what I'm saying, unlocked. So I think
you treat everybody well though, right?
Yeah,
you treat everybody well though, right?
No,
but there is. Okay, what about
for the
this?
Most part, though,
is there a checklist that needs to be checked off before I acknowledge you as my brother? Can you speak on black issues if your better half is not black?
Hello.
Hi. St. Louis ribs are pork, aren't they?
Pork ribs? Yeah.
Well, I'll stick with that then.
We're going to get into that.
Yeah. Okay.
We're going to get into that. Because that actually pulls us right to Hallie. Hallie wasn't the only one who had something to say about
Stevie.
Stevie, yeah. Stevie wasn't the only person who had something to say about Black Lives Matters. Halle Berry said, in my world, I get so tired of people complaining about, Black Lives Matter. And they pontificate about it. I like that word, Halle. And I say, well, what are you doing about that? It may not seem significant to you, but that's how we start. Have you called your local politicians? Have you written a letter? When they say they've done nothing, I say, well, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me, because you are part of the problem, because you are sitting here spewing negativity and complaining. I don't have time for people who talk the talk but don't walk the walk. That's Shaker Heights' own, Cleveland's own, Halle Berry there.
That's Bedford.
Yeah, Bedford.
Oh, Bedford?
Yeah, that's Bedford.
Whatever. Shut the fuck up, Halle Berry. Matter of fact, let's give her all of that, because, like you said, your baby daddy is white, Halle.
Hold on, wait. Before we get into that, actually, I don't have a problem with what Halle said, because you do have to start putting words to action.
No,
so, for example,
100% right.
Like 2 podcasts ago, or I don't have it on today, but I have a Know Your Rights hat on. That's Kaepernick shit. So I'm going to support Kaepernick because Kaepernick is supporting the cause or some shit.
Would Tupac be as revered, and would his message would get across as it did if he had a white wife?
Hold on, wait, I'm still on Halle.
Okay, my fault. Go ahead. Yeah.
Here go my other problem though, and then I guess this even goes to kind of like the Stevie shit. Like, man, we got a problem. That's not even a race. It's a society. Like, why the fuck do we value what celebrities say so much?
Yeah.
Like, if you think about it, like, what the fuck? What are you doing, Halle Berry?
That was my question.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing, Halle Berry?
What are you doing, Catwoman?
Yeah.
Instead of getting impregnated by...
Yeah, like, it's like, why does...
Right, but you out here getting impregnated by the slave master. You out here on the floor under Billy Bob fucking Thornton talking about make me feel good. Like, that's when they decided to recognize you.
Classic scene.
Yeah.
Terrible scene.
Like, the thing
Classic scene.
The thing is, like...
Make me feel good.
The thing is with, like...
Okay, come here, you little nigger, baby.
Only a white man can make me feel good. My life's so fucked up. Anyway, I digress. Go.
The thing is, like, even with...
And the Oscar goes to...
Even I could see Stevie Wonder, because Stevie Wonder, he's made, culturally...
He
like,
made music. He done spoke for the revolution. Right. Yeah. Been over there in Soweto, you know what I'm saying? Like, he can speak on it.
Yeah. Like, when it comes to, like, Halle Berry, it's kind of like what Dave Chappelle said, like, we got 9/11, we gonna see what Ja Rule got to say about it. Like, what the fuck, dude? Where's her expertise at? And I guess that's... We're seeing the depth of expertise in society. Like, it's no joke. Like, I don't understand why she's qualified. If that was Michael Eric Dyson.
Hold on. So this is what the person who actually wrote this. Shout out to Madame Noir on the article. It says, naturally, that begs the question, what is Halle doing? But since last year, the actress has been urging citizens to get involved in their local government. In the wake of Philando Castile and Alton Sterling's death, she vowed to take action and encourage others to do as well, with this post on Instagram writing, I promise to find ways to get involved and help. Please do the same. You can start. Shut the fuck up. So in other words, you're not doing shit.
All right.
Who's she doing more than most people?
Shut up. She's making Instagram posts.
Well, didn't they
telling
say,
people to get involved.
Yeah, right. But didn't they say she hit up her local people too?
Nigga, she sent the email?
I put it like this.
Do you think she wrote that email herself, first and foremost?
No, she probably didn't, but the thing is this. You have to think about it in terms like this. What she's saying, what a lot of times I'm starting to see is no action, period. I'm seeing people post and they get these likes and shit like that. It's a form of attention.
Internet revolution.
Yeah, it's internet revolution. It's social media activism,
right?
Which is one part of it, but it can't be the only part.
It can't be the number one.
The number one part. So if she's encouraging people, I would encourage people to talk to their local politicians,
right?
Because at that point, you can put pressure on the local politician to put pressure on the local police department.
Right.
So I'm not saying what she's doing is enough, but I'm saying is what she's saying, if you're just going to continue to post or talk about it or something like that, you have to put plan to action. At one point, we talked about doing a podcast And we kept talking about it. At one point, we just had to fucking do this shit.
Yeah, it was like, come on, man. We're not going to keep on talking about this shit. We're going to do this shit. And I get that. But back to his question. Does having a spouse
of a different race,
a non-brown race, limit your freedom or your freedom of speech on the subject at hand?
In my opinion, no. But I would like to hear.
In your opinion?
In my opinion, yeah.
Fight! Let's do it.
All right, so tell me why you think so.
Because if every night, if I get on television and I'm talking about Black Lives Matter, we can't be out here getting shot in the streets. We can't be out here. We need better representation on television. We need to just be represented better, and maybe the cops will treat us better. If I'm talking all that, doing speeches and stuff like that, and every night I go home and I'm laying next to Miley Cyrus, we not talking about that. Because she don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying?
She can't relate.
She can't relate. You know what I'm saying? And it's another thing, because if Halle Berry hasn't received any backlash for what she might receive backlash for what she said because she's not doing anything, right? But they're not going to be like, well, you can't say anything because you have a white baby father. They're not going to say that. But if Barack Obama was divorced Michelle Obama and married a white woman,
Christy Alley.
Maybe marry Christy Allen. Come on, bro. Christy. If he married Christy, whatever. If he married a white woman, right? People would perceive him differently. If he's going to be talking about the same things, people would perceive him different. All of a sudden, his words wouldn't hold as much value.
This is my thing. This is how
they wouldn't have as much validity. Yeah.
If I was an activist,
right,
and I go, this is my thing, what I do. I go around, I educate people about my people, and I tell them how beautiful this skin is and how it's the best thing going. But then I go home and lay down to another skin. What is the ultimate message that I'm sending?
I got a question. How you feel about Mos Def?
I honestly, my run-in with all of the revolutionary rappers is that they love Becky's. I've seen it firsthand from Common to Talib to Mos Def. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the concert, they leaving with the blonde hair and the blue eyes. That's just how this shit go. So, if I was being real, like, that did make me look at all them niggas like, y'all frauds.
Right.
For real. Because you on wax, you talk about the divineness of the black female, but that's not your preference. How can something be divine, but you pick something else over it?
Right.
It's clearly not that divine.
Right. But say, how divine is it?
How divine is it to you? That's like saying God is divine, but I worship the devil, my nigga. But I worship the devil.
But I go home to the devil.
Yeah, I go home to the. But y'all should know that God is divine. Y'all should know that God is good, God is great, God is love, all that stuff. But I'm gonna go home to the devil though.
Yeah.
All right, I think kind of what y'all said is y'all kind of talking about two different issues. To be honest.
Well, no, we're moving into Jesse Williams.
Yeah, I see.
And now there's a little bit of Halle Berry in this too, because Halle only dates at this point. Now Halle has dated niggas in the past, but at this point, Halle's with the rich white.
She's had children.
Yeah.
We'll
talk about Jesse Williams, and then I'll make my point.
So basically, Jesse Williams, Mr.
Black Girl Magic,
Mr. Go on the award show, deliver the most soul-stirring speech I've probably heard this decade.
One of them.
Now to be honest, Black Twitter is brutal. If they see you with a nappy-headed wife, they gonna get on you. But if they see you with a blonde-haired wife, they gonna get on you too.
They gonna disown you.
You know what I'm saying? But Jesse Williams has reportedly or allegedly left his wife,
who's a black woman, who was a
black woman, for a white woman.
Allegedly.
They say he's allegedly been seen out hanging with Minka Kelly, whatever. are black girls really magic if you go and pick a white girl over them?
All right, so let's look at Jesse Williams right quick. Yeah, I guess here go the thing with Jesse is this: we don't really know how that private relationship was going.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
I'm not.
Yeah,
Because I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't give a fuck how that relationship was going. You are within your rights to get a divorce. I'm not saying you got to stay with a woman you're unhappy with, but when I see you get that divorce and you jump straight over the tracks, are black girls as magic to you as you told the world they were? Does he lose credibility for that?
In my opinion, I'm gonna say no, but
So you still want to hear Jesse Williams' dissertation on the magicalness of black women?
Do you want to hear Malcolm X speaking if he's married to Marilyn Monroe?
Yes.
I don't.
Well, here go the problem.
I don't.
Because this is the thing. I got a question for you. I'll phrase it like this: do we still listen to Rick Ross?
No.
Do you still listen to Rick Ross?
I actually think Rick Ross is very underrated.
Okay. Rick Ross, we know he's not fucking living his facts. The nigga was a proven
You are not about to put Rick Ross in the same arena as Jesse Williams or Malcolm X. Stop right there.
The question I'm saying is
because we not talking about entertainment.
Right. That's all I'm about to say.
We're talking about niggas who in the public eye have purportedly put our culture on their back to ride for us, showing up with the oppressor.
Okay, here go the question. Is Jesse Williams still stating facts?
No, not in my opinion, he's not.
So if he talk about police brutality, everything, that becomes invalid.
I think Jesse Williams, light-skinned ass, now in retrospect was pandering. That's what I think.
He's an actor.
I think he's a panderer. I think he's an actor. He probably really honestly don't give a fuck, because if you did, that would be the first. I've never dated a white girl in my life. I have never slept with one or anything. So I can't speak to the white girl magic. I don't know how that gets down, but I do know one thing that always comes to my mind when I'm approached with the situations. What will my sisters think? If that did not cross Jesse Williams' mind, he's a fucking actor and a fraud. And clearly, it did not cross his mind.
Okay, so I got a question. So you think Mos Def is a fraud?
I definitely think Mos Def is a fraud.
You think Talib is a fraud?
I definitely think Talib is a fraud.
Talib got a black wife.
I've seen Talib with white girls after the concert.
So every fact they state is fraudulent now.
I'm not saying it's fraudulent.
Right.
It calls into question their motive.
Right.
So what do you think?
Not saying the facts aren't facts anymore.
Money. That's the motive. Let me play Afrocentric because this is going to pay dividends for me. But in my private life, I prefer, or I'm infatuated at the very least with the other side.
All right.
Is that not a fair assessment?
I mean, yeah, this is private life.
Right. We're not saying that the facts aren't facts anymore. You know what I'm saying? We're just saying, should we be looking to that guy for leadership?
Exactly.
Should he be a messenger?
Is his message diminished?
Right.
And you say no, but in my personal opinion, it is. If I'm out here telling you Lucky Charms is the greatest cereal in the world, but when I come home, I privately eat Cinnamon Toast Crunch, you gonna say to yourself, that nigga don't believe Lucky Charms is the best one. And it's that fucking simple, my nigga.
That's a great point.
It's that fucking simple. You're gonna say to yourself, that nigga don't really believe in Lucky Charms.
In the eyes
of Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
The question becomes this: why do we have to have so much purity with everything? All fucking people have downfalls. We just mentioned Malcolm X. Malcolm X wasn't a fucking saint at the beginning of his life. He changed or stuff like that. People change over time. If Jesse Williams' message is still the same and is still educating people, I don't give a fuck what he do in his private life.
This is my issue once again. So we clear on Jesse Williams. I'm not talking about. He said some very valid things at the award show. Some very valid things at the award show.
Right.
But fuck all that. Let's talk about your black girl magic pandering bullshit. That's what I want to talk about. Because, let's be clear. K-Nice believes black girls are magic. Dates them exclusively. So it's not something that I have a question about. I question whether he really believes it. And I question whether our women should be looking to him as a model for how we should be looking at them when he don't even want a black woman at the end of the day.
But here go the question. How many black women did he help?
Nigga, I don't know.
With his speech. How many did he instill confidence in?
And then how many did he tear that down in by dating Minka?
I'm pretty sure if he tore it down, it wasn't the same amount of the people he built up. Because you got to realize something, bro. Who else is speaking on what he's speaking to?
Everybody is. It's the popular thing to talk about.
Who else? We're not arguing the facts, though.
LeBron just had something to say about race in America. Stevie Wonder did. Halle Berry did.
I'm talking about black girl magic.
Black girl magic.
Yeah, name another black person that's talking about black girl magic.
Further proof that the motherfucker is pandering.
Can you speak on black girl magic if you're not dating a black woman?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. What I'm saying,
it's nothing outside of that, though. It's like literally nothing outside of that. It's not. The question is not whether black girls are magic or not.
Yeah, that's not
the question. Is
can you be speaking on that?
The real question is white girl magic more powerful? Because apparently, to Jesse Williams, it is.
To a lot of Hollywood actors, it is. A lot of people in Hollywood, it is.
You got to think about it, bro. These motherfuckers will pass around the same 7 Kardashians amongst all they black dicks. Pause. Will pass the same instead of going and find a fine ass around a white girl and marrying her. It's got to be some sort of white girl magic. It has to be something in the industry where you ultimately have to be with a white girl to get to certain levels. You can't tell me because it just makes no sense. These Kardashian bitches, these motherfuckers is getting caught with ain't even badder than the black girls around the way. I know bitches in Cleveland Heights that's badder than some of the Kardashians. Like
at the corner store.
At the corner store, my nigga. Come on. Like, so that's my whole thing. You could preach about black girl magic all day long, but if I see you under the spell of white girl magic, I'm going to assume that's what you prefer.
Would our community consider Barack Obama the first black president if he was married to Jessica Skorowski?
That's a good question.
Would they consider him the first black president if he was married to Jessica?
I mean, you got to realize
Tishkevidi.
He probably would be because you get defined by the if you got one drop of black blood, you define as black.
No.
How you gonna say no?
See, and that's what I'm saying. And that's my point.
That's in society.
That's my point.
That's in society.
Our culture,
that's what they told people. You know what I'm saying? You are what your father is.
Our culture is
this goddess mother worshiping society trying to make everything about
even
the
to
woman.
his point.
Barack's
father is black.
Huh?
Barack's father is black.
His father is African.
Yeah.
But my point is, would he be perceived the same way?
He wouldn't
be perceived the same way.
Okay, if that's the case, then why the fuck is people still wait?
Yeah.
If that's the case, then why are people still arguing on behalf of Tiger Woods?
Who's arguing on behalf of Tiger Woods?
I see niggas all the time arguing.
They're not black then.
No, I see black people arguing on behalf of Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods is kicked the fuck off the island, my nigga. Been kicked the fuck off the island.
He's
somewhere over there in Cablenasia. No, I think the general consensus among black people
I would be very curious.
Listen, if you're watching this and you want to leave us a comment, let us know below if you consider Tiger Woods to be on the island.
Tiger Woods
does Tiger Woods even want to be on our
island? No, he don't.
Yeah.
But black people still consider them black. You still first black golfer to win this many majors and stuff like that. I'm not talking about from a statistical standpoint of whatever society. I'm talking about inside the culture.
If Tiger Woods
inside our culture, I'm pretty sure most niggas have abandoned Tiger the day he said he was Cablenasia.
You root for Tiger. You root for Tiger like for entertainment purposes. But if Tiger,
I don't root for Tiger for shit. Tiger can suck my dick.
But if Tiger Woods got on television and started talking about like issues in the community, people would look at him with a side eye.
Okay, the thing is this: I would look at Tiger Woods with a side eye for the simple fact because of what he said.
Right. What he said before. Didn't he say I'm not black?
Yeah, he pretty much said. So and then he's never did actions to try to improve any type of community. Right. But if I'm looking at somebody like a Jesse Williams or a Halle Berry or whoever, I'm trying to think of some people or whatever, and they at least are speaking to issues. The message.
This my thing. I get what you're saying.
Right.
But you cannot serve a house. What is it? A house divided cannot stand. Mm-hmm. Like my nigga. No matter what, I don't care what Becky is saying. I don't care how she rubs your shoulders at night. She does not understand the struggle. You are going to be conflicted. You aren't going to be able to speak to her the way you would speak to a black woman about it.
Tashika.
Keisha, you going to be able to say, Keisha, these white motherfuckers is getting on my...
Right.
He coming home to Sarah or to Emma like,
rough.
I don't know. America's just so rough, so tough.
Yeah, just work harder, sweetie.
So tough. Maybe it isn't a race thing. Everything isn't about race, baby.
I think it's just your boss. I think he just doesn't like you. You need a new job.
So basically, what you're saying, you need purity in every person's. You need the purity of the action in every person's.
If you're going to be speaking on behalf of your people,
on behalf of the nation,
you need to be pure.
You need to have a black queen on the side of you.
That is a prerequisite.
I can't stand in front of 1 million black people and address them as kings and queens if I don't have a queen on my side.
Okay, so here go the question. This is definitely Cosmo's question. So let's just say Martin Luther King spoke about the black family purity, women and stuff like that. The motherfucker was cheating on his wife all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And put Martin Luther King
on exactly.
I don't put that motherfucker on no pedestal. All you know of Martin Luther King is I had a dream.
We all had dreams.
If niggas really went back and did their research on a nigga, you draw your own conclusions.
Right.
But go read the article that the letter that the FBI director sent to him. He had some shit on that nigga. They said possibly homosexual shit on him.
Allegedly.
Like they said, allegedly, Martin would hit anything moving. Okay. Whatever.
With that being said, did that dilute, in your eyes, that diluted the purity of the message, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Knowing
what you know now.
What I know now. Knowing also that he regretted the message.
I'm just talking about his message, period. His message was nonviolence.
I don't agree with the total nonviolence.
Well, basically the point I'm pretty much making is.
But yeah, you're right. When I learned about Martin Luther King,
right.
When I learned what I learned about him, I cast him aside. I don't give a fuck about him no more.
If I come at you and I'm talking about how much your shit stink, the first thing you're gonna look to see is if my shit stink.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
that's what you're gonna look for.
But wait. The reason why I brought up Martin Luther King is because he helped forward whatever you think. It's the fucking fact.
No, he did us a disservice.
No, he did. How the fuck he did us a disservice?
Martin Luther King probably did us the biggest disservice of all of our black leaders.
You're going to have to explain how.
Because the energy that we spent trying to be integrated into a burning house should have been spent building our own nation. And he had motherfuckers motivated to that point where we could have had some things set apart from this world. He said it out of his own mouth. Like, I tried to integrate my people into a burning house. A house that will never... ever. That was the one time in history that black people were in solidarity behind one man. He could have made the call, yo, we about to build up this historically black city. We about to build up. Instead, all of our efforts was fought, or all of our energy was spent trying to get into something that ain't gonna never take us. So yeah, I think he did us a huge disservice. A lot of people won't agree with that. Well, you still on your elementary school, what they painted of Martin Luther King of you. Go back and do your research. Do your research on his papers, his writings, the plagiarism. He was a charismatic, my nigga. That's all it was.
He's just very well spoken.
Charismatic.
A lot of people are very well spoken for real. Yeah.
They're charismatic. They know how to work to people's heart. Jesse Williams is a charismatic. Like
he's an actor. You got always be wary of what act, because they could always be acting. You know. So yeah, man. But Martin Luther King is definitely a touchy topic, man.
No, it is.
It's definitely
but like
Martin Luther King,
subject. I'm more Malcolm than I am Martin.
If you were around at that time, if you were back then,
but I've always been that way for real. Now,
but which Malcolm?
I don't think Malcolm.
Right.
Was,
which Malcolm?
I'll take post pimp.
I'm talking about
early.
I know what you're talking about.
I take early Islam or later Islam because everybody has religious views that they at some point in their life have to question. So I don't fault him for stepping away from them and trying to figure out what his next moves was whatsoever. I just feel like he stood more for the people, whereas Martin was more of a pacifier for real. Like, I have to question what think tanks Martin's thought processes came out of.
He got it from Gandhi.
Agendas. Like, so...
He got it from Gandhi.
Nah, he spent some time in, was it...
communism.
Yeah, communism camp or something like that.
Marxist, Karl Marx and shit like that.
He was a student of one of them, Martin Luther King... Communism early.
We need to stop.
I mean, you
have to understand like
something. I'm sorry to cut you off. Go ahead. Most people now are probably honestly maybe not communism, but most people honestly are social democrats.
True.
So he was kind of ahead of his time. I think to your point of the reason why I brought up Martin Luther King, I don't feel like him as a person. The point I was about to make is him as a person didn't delete the purity of his message to certain people. Whether you feel like it hurt people or not, like I don't need my person to be, my moral standard.
I will agree with that. What a man does behind closed doors
is what he does.
But
allegedly.
In that scene in Coming to America.
Okay. What scene?
When King Jaffe Joe and them finally pull up to New York.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a triumphant entrance. Mm-hmm. With that scene still have held such a great impact with Becky on his right side. No. You can't be the speaker of a nation. And that was a comedy movie. But think about it though.
That's entertainment.
Imagine the nigga with the lion and all that, and then they pan to the right, and it's a white woman standing next to him. It's not gonna have the same effect. It's not gonna have the same effect. So I don't know. We just
it's a very interesting topic.
To make my final point. I don't need the complete purity in the person. I understand some people feel betrayed or something like that, but I mean, you obviously do.
I do.
Obviously do.
I do.
I don't. I just need the facts and the validity and the message.
It's not gonna be following no hypocrite.
The brain in my mind.
That's my thing.
Because like even with
So you okay with following a hypocrite? If I came outside.
If the rest of his actions show that he is still down for whatever he is down for, yes.
The rest of his actions. Yes. So as long as Jesse Williams continues to speak eloquently on police abuse
or any type
he gets a pass on Black Girl Magic.
Any type of situation, just not police abuse, any type of situation that I feel like is plaguing the community that I am a part of, yes, I'll give him a pass.
Can Kanye?
Because at the point in time, I am able to critically think for myself. I don't follow the person.
So I was gonna say, can Kanye West go to colleges and tell people to stay in school?
Say that. I think you said that wrong.
Can Kanye West go to colleges? Can Kanye West go to universities and colleges
Kanye West drop out of college
and tell people to stay in school and have that message hold weight?
Yes, but I'm gonna explain why. Because one, not everybody can be a fucking Grammy-nominated, multi-Grammy
No, but can he go on a tour promoting, saying, "Stay in school"?
Y'all should stay in school because everybody. There's always going to be people who look at him like, "Nigga,
you ain't staying in school."
Can Kanye West come out and speak about Black Girl Magic?
Hold on, wait.
No.
Can me, step one, tell a motherfucker you should go DJ, and I don't DJ no more.
But you did DJ.
You can. You definitely can. Because you used to DJ. Like, you did it.
Yeah.
Right.
Same thing with fucking same thing with Kanye West.
Nah.
Nigga was in college. The nigga was in college for it.
We out. Yo, this is
basically
episode 7.
Wait, let me just say.
We got a few things we got to get to.
Yeah, we got
a scenario and we got a top comment. We got to get out of here because this nigga got to cook dinner for his parents today. Big shout out to being a good son, for real.
Yeah.
So, scenario first.
All right, scenario. You about to smash a chick, or ladies, you about to have sex with a dude. pull down his pants or she pull down her pants and it's a Confederate flag tattooed right by they like crotch area, what do you do?
Are you going to smash or no? Is race important in this one?
Race is very important.
Is race important? Because if I see it on a black girl, I'm going to assume it's some artsy piece.
Yeah, and I will ask.
She's making a statement.
I will ask after we're done.
Yeah, that's going to make my dick harder, for real.
What if it's like a Korean girl?
Ooh, controversial.
If it was a Korean girl.
Controversial pussy.
If it was a Korean girl, and let's say, my dick wasn't racist, so I was there and it was a Korean girl, I'll probably just make it a point to skeet on the actual flag.
On the flag?
Yeah.
I think anything other than black, I would stop. Okay. Because I would just be, I wouldn't know what the fuck to think. Yeah, this could be some type of setup.
Anything other than black, I wouldn't be there.
True.
Y'all niggas tripping.
Because that shit would come out. That shit would come out later, and reports say that she does have a Confederate flag on her lower thigh. Yeah. And then niggas would be like, "Well, what the fuck is you doing, bruh?
Like, why was you even?" Yeah, nah.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and answer the question.
Me, dog.
Top comment.
Let's go.
Come from JB.
Shout out to JB.
Shout out to JB. Wait, what platform was this on? Facebook?
Facebook.
Right, boom.
It was a Facebook picture of a dude in a bow tie. And this is what he said. You look like a window-licking goober. And Nightmare wants you to wear just a bow tie when you rail him. You both gay as fuck. And then 2 middle finger emojis.
You have to see the picture of the nigga.
Yeah. you got to see the picture.
Hey, yo. You say you want him to rail him?
Yeah.
That sounds like a white boy comment for real.
Yeah.
You want to get railed?
Yeah.
Yo, it's the Last of a Dying Breed podcast, episode 7. We about to get up out of here. As always, make sure you like and subscribe. Check us out on SoundCloud, Apple, Google Play, TuneIn, Stitcher, all that good stuff. YouTube, yes, we will have this full episode up in a day or so on YouTube. The audio actually will be going up tonight. So y'all should be hearing this like right now. We try to keep everything as fresh as possible and not like record days in advance or anything like that. So be sure to follow us at the Low B Podcast on Twitter and Instagram. Website coming soon. As always, you got any comments, leave them below the video on YouTube or email us because we will read them aloud. And coming soon, hopefully by next week, I will have my Ancestry.com results back, my DNA test, and we're going to do them actually live on the show.
Dope.
Last of a Dying Breed podcast. We out this bitch.